Hey there, folks! Have you ever looked at your family's finances and felt like you're in a bit of a maze? You're not alone. 90% of people, including many families out there, are falling into some common financial traps. These traps can be like hidden landmines, silently threatening the financial well-being of your family. Let's start with one group. Families who are constantly chasing the latest consumer trends. Specific group characteristic, those families that feel the need to have the newest gadgets, the fanciest cars, and the most stylish clothes as soon as they hit the market. The problem is, this constant pursuit of the new often leads to overspending. Problem, dilemma. You end up buying things you don't really need, putting a strain on your family budget. But here's a positive perspective. This desire for the new can actually be seen as a sign of your family's adaptability and eagerness to embrace change. Redefinition, positive perspective. So what can you do? Make a rule that before buying something new, you wait a week. This gives you time to think if it's a real necessity. Also, set a budget for non-essential items each month. Solution action advice. You are in control of your family's financial future. By making these small changes, you can turn this spending habit around and build a more stable financial foundation. Encouragement empowerment. Then there are families who don't have a clear financial plan. Specific group characteristic. It's like setting out on a long journey without a map. You might know where you want to go in a general sense, but without a plan, you're likely to get lost along the way. Problem, dilemma. However, this lack of a plan can be reframed as an opportunity to start fresh. It means you can create a personalized plan that suits your family's unique needs. Redefinition, positive perspective. Sit down together as a family and list your short-term and long-term financial goals. Whether it's saving for a vacation, your kids' education, or retirement. Then, break those goals into smaller steps and set a timeline. Solution action advice. Remember, every great journey starts with a single step. By creating a financial plan, you're taking that first step towards a more secure future for your family. Encouragement empowerment. Another group is families who rely too much on credit cards. Specific group characteristic. Credit cards can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, they offer convenience, but on the other, they can lead to a mountain of debt if not used wisely. Problem, dilemma. But think of it this way. Your reliance on credit cards shows that you understand the importance of having access to funds when needed. It's about learning to manage that access better. Redefinition, positive perspective. First, pay off your credit card balance in full each month if possible. If not, at least pay more than the minimum amount. Also, consider getting a credit card with a lower interest rate. Solution action advice. You have the power to take control of your credit card usage and avoid the debt trap. Your family's financial health is in your hands. Encouragement empowerment. Families who ignore insurance are also in a tough spot. Specific group characteristic. Insurance might seem like an unnecessary expense. But when an unexpected event like an illness, an accident, or a natural disaster strikes, it can be a financial lifesaver. Problem, dilemma. However, this lack of insurance awareness can be seen as a chance to educate yourselves. It means you can start learning about different types of insurance and how they can protect your family. Redefinition, positive perspective. Research different insurance policies. Talk to an insurance agent and find out which ones are most suitable for your family's situation. Don't just look at the cost, but also the coverage. Solution action advice. By investing in the right insurance, you're protecting your family from potential financial ruin. You're making a smart decision for your family's future. Encouragement empowerment. What about families who don't save for emergencies? Specific group characteristic. Life is full of surprises and not all of them are pleasant. A sudden job loss, a major car repair, or a medical bill can throw your family's finances into chaos if you don't have an emergency fund. Problem, dilemma. But this lack of an emergency fund can be seen as a wake-up call. It's a reminder that you need to be prepared for the unexpected. Redefinition, positive perspective. Start small. Set aside a little bit of money each month, even if it's just $20. Over time, this will build up into a decent emergency fund. You can also look for ways to cut back on non-essential expenses to save more. Solution action advice. You are stronger than you think. By building an emergency fund, you're giving your family a financial safety net. Encouragement empowerment. There are families who make investment decisions without doing proper research. Specific group characteristic investing can be a great way to grow your wealth. But if you don't know what you're doing, you could end up losing a lot of money. Problem dilemma. However, this inexperience can be an opportunity to learn. It means you can start from the ground up and become a knowledgeable investor. Redefinition positive perspective. Read books about investing, take an online course, or talk to a financial advisor. Don't rush into any investment. Take your time to understand the risks and potential rewards. Solution action advice. You have the ability to make smart investment decisions. By educating yourself, you can build a better financial future for your family. Encouragement empowerment. Families who don't communicate about money are also in trouble. Specific group characteristic. Money can be a taboo topic in many families. But not talking about it can lead to misunderstandings, overspending, and financial stress. Problem dilemma. But this lack of communication can be seen as a chance to open up. It means you can start having honest and productive conversations about money. Redefinition positive perspective. Set aside a regular time each month to talk about finances as a family. Discuss your income, expenses, goals, and any financial concerns. Be open and respectful during these conversations. Solution action advice. By communicating about money, you're strengthening your family's financial bond. You're working together towards a common goal. Encouragement empowerment. Finally, families who don't plan for estate matters. Specific group characteristic. Thinking about what happens after you're gone might be uncomfortable, but it's an important part of financial planning. Without an estate plan, your assets might not be distributed the way you want, causing problems for your loved ones. Problem dilemma. However, this lack of planning can be seen as an opportunity to get organized. It means you can take control of your legacy. Redefinition positive perspective. Consult an estate planning attorney. They can help you create a will, set up trusts if needed, and make sure your wishes are carried out. Solution action advice. You can leave a positive financial legacy for your family. By planning ahead, you're giving your loved ones peace of mind. Encouragement empowerment. In conclusion, being aware of these financial traps is the first step. By recognizing the problems, reframing them in a positive light, taking action, and believing in your family's ability to change, you can avoid these traps and build a more secure financial future. If you like my program, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment. See you next time.